Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another amazing, exciting, fun-filled edition of Wake Up Nigeria. Every single edition promises to be a memorable, premium family experience.
Now, it's a breakfast show like no other, and we have painstakingly curated every single second to meet your expectations, especially this holiday season. So get ready, take a breath. We have 1 hour, 45 minutes with you.
Yes, indeed. Heartwarming moments are lined up for all of you throughout the entire show. And of course, we really expect that you guys will surely be impressed with us as we keep up the pace to the end of the year. It started already.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the end, which started last week, however. But due to calculations, I think we only just really started because everybody's traveling
Okay,
now.
you're rambling now.
Yeah.
We have to say thank you. Thank you for letting us into your homes, into your lives, into your devices. And we appreciate it so much. We're giving you a nice warm hug from the studio. And hopefully, as you stay right here, we will continue to excel.
Absolutely, because you never know who might be on the show. We might have brought somebody that's spreading 100 million naira all over.
You didn't go there.
Well, we're going to go there. It's going to be a great show, you guys. Bet it. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilayo.
And one more person in here,
Now,
by the way.
The bright, beautiful damsel.
Yes, a.k.a. what is an MM? Winfrey Agbeleshe is in the studio.
Like, I'm not even sure how to respond, but hi guys, good morning. It's a beautiful day, it's December, I'm happy and it's gonna be a great day. Have a great show, guys.
Yeah.
Winfrey,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
All of us got the navy blue memo for some reason.
Yeah, we did.
You got navy blue top on.
Yeah.
You got navy blue pants on.
Why are you looking at my pants?
We're getting more in sync.
Anyhow, remember, you guys can use the hashtag Wakeupnigeria on TVC across all the social media platforms to be a part of the show. It's the breakfast show you guys have been waiting for since yesterday. Remember, also, see us live. You might be doing that already.
Yeah.
It's channel 16 on GOTV. It is 49 UHF Alternative or 121 on StarTimes.
Yeah, Google Play Store, iOS Store. That's where you can find our app for your handheld devices. And of course, on social media, we are at TVC Connect.
Oh, yes, indeed. And of course, well, we'll be expecting that. Did you tell them to download the app?
Yeah. Well, I just mentioned iOS
Okay, no problem.
and Google Play.
No problemo. So now let's let you guys know what we have coming your way for a Tuesday. We start with health. We are joined by Professor Adewale Badirinwa Sunday, an alumni of International University Medicina Alternativa in Ceylon, Sri Lanka, where he got a Bachelor's of Medicine from there on. Well, today he'll be coming on the show and we'll be talking about something very interesting. Today we explore back pains.
Alrighty.
Welcome to the Tuesday edition.
Yeah.
Been looking forward to this one. Please do me a favor, do a selfie for after, because nobody takes selfies like you.
Oh.
Yeah, actually.
Really?
There's a certain angle you get all the time.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Mazino.
Winfrey, Jerry.
Wow. Wow.
Question, you take a lot of pictures. Have you ever been on a vacation where you didn't take one picture, any single one, for any reason?
Not at all.
You've never.
Even
you
if it's of
always-
my feet, I must take something.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. On the other hand,
I don't have to post it, but I love taking pictures. So even if it's of a flower or sand or anything, I must take a photo.
So imagine being erased from a photo.
Well, who's done that to you?
Nobody did that to me. They can't. I am the photo.
Okay, well, there was I know what you're referencing. It was that picture of that lady who was out on vacation and erased the guy's face. Well, of course, you know that that's somebody's man, apparently. That's why she did that. Either that or she's protecting him from other girls who just might want to take him because that was a yacht, if I say so myself. Tell you
Okay,
what,
so there's this conversation of soft launch, right? So different ways where people soft launch their partners into social media.
They do that for babies as well.
Exactly.
So
So
like-
they see the fingernails,
And then the
or,
entire arm.
or the face without the bread at the head without the. Like, so maybe that was a soft
You
launch.
guys are just too creative. We're tired already. Please, let's go back to the 80s when it was all normal. In any case, we bid you welcome once again to Wake Up Nigeria. Let's begin the show. Let's take a break, find out what the weather's like, some news, and then on with all the great topics we have for you. Yeah. And you're welcome. It's time for the news now. My name is Mazino Appeal. Now, Minister of State for Police Affairs says Nigeria will need about 3 trillion naira annually to fund the police. He said this at the Citizens Town Hall engagement on strengthening policing in Nigeria with the theme Community Policing, Building a Safer Nigeria Together. Senior correspondent Ivy Kano reports.
It's a new government and one that preaches renewed hope. Their hopes are high as they have come once again to have this engagement with the Minister of State for Police Affairs. The minister is here to tell the officers and Nigerians that these challenges can be fixed with adequate funding, planning, and sincerity of purpose.
Nigeria's total population will double from 200 million to more than 400 million by 2050, according to estimates. We need to quickly strengthen police to be prepared. And based on preliminary high-level estimates, Nigeria would need to invest about 3.4 trillion annually over the next 5 years to bridge policing gaps.
But why did she choose Lagos to hold this meeting?
Because they've been able to sustain their path in strengthening policing within the communities in Lagos.
For the IG, reorganizing from within is also important.
Establishment of the Special Intervention Squad, repositioning of the intelligence arm of the force. We have given effect to the reorganization plan of the department under the latest arrangement. The department has been granted a full-fledged autonomy with directorate status under the leadership of a Deputy Inspector General of Police.
As one who runs a state that seems to hold the ace in security management, the governor had some advice for the minister.
Technology must play an important role. Nothing stops, you ensuring that every police officer have a smartphone. You need to be able to equip your men, every single one of them, because a smartphone in itself is an instrument that they can use, not just any phone. A smartphone that can record, a smartphone that can create data, and a source of intelligence, for them. You saw my GM neighborhood watch with a camera. It's not just for fashion. Those are some of the things that are important as a startup.
The panel session afforded those present an opportunity to ask questions and get clarity from the speakers.
Presentation, Our Excellency.
Nigerians can only hope that this won't be another talk shop, but rather one that will bring renewed hope police agenda as advocated by the minister at this event. Ivy Kano, TVC News, Lagos.
Welcome. It's time for What's Up and About, and of course we have something very juicy, very interesting, a bit mundane, but it got your attention yesterday. Did you guys see the video?
Yeah.
Wizkid was in town. He visited his
hometown of.
what do you call it?
Hometown.
Hometown.
Well, everyone knows him for the song Ebutemeta.
Surulere.
Sorry.
Banky W.
Oh my goodness. But you get what I'm trying to say. Ojuelegba.
Before that, however, he had put up on social media that he was going to be doing, giveaway, and he said he was going to be giving out 100 million naira, and everybody was ecstatic. He rolled into Surulere, normal, champion style Nigerian artist, and we saw videos of him,
Tossing money
around. He also visited Makoko as well. The same thing. Everybody was elated to see him, and we're happy that people love Wizkid so much. However, I'm wondering about the impact of what he has just done with, if that was what he meant by
the giveaway.
The giveaway he meant, 100 million, and if that was part of it. And I'm asking, now, if I had 100 million naira and I said I'm going to give perhaps 10,000 people 1,000 naira each, is that math correct? I don't know, my math is not math. And I gave each person 1,000 naira. I'm sure that by the end of the day, that 1,000 naira would be gone.
Yeah, of course.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
so
sure.
What's the 100 million rather? So what?
Okay, so the question for me is, what could we have, if we had 100 million naira to give away, what would we be doing with that money? There's so many things he could have done. There are a lot of people are sadly falling under the less privileged line every year. But the thing is, what is it that can actually change their situation?
1,000 naira each.
Just once? It's not enough.
God just struck me down.
But the issue now...
Sorry, that was real.
Sorry. It was actually
I
real.
will say that again, God.
But think about it. There's so many, things he could have done. We were talking earlier about what if he started a school, with that kind of money. What if he paid for some people's medical treatment?
See, I'll let Rick.
Medical care, medical treatment, maybe the education of a certain number of youth. There's a lot of youth that are sadly dropping out of school because of the hike in school fees. Now, he could have paid school fees for maybe 20, 30 people, who could have changed the world with their degrees. I don't know. I'm just wondering, what could I have used 100 million
Winfrey
naira for?
would have put it all into her. What's that thing?
That's a pin.
Well,
Yeah, of course. I'll build a pageant academy straight up. And then, of course, train girls. And, of course, I mean, no, beauty queens always have projects, right? Trying to help this, going to this less privileged or going to this hospital. That's actually something I do plan to do eventually. Set up, a foundation that will literally help these girls establish themselves as, whatever field they want to. But now for a Wizkid, right, of course, he could do so many things with 100 million naira. And, of course, one of which I will say is maybe set up a music academy.
yeah.
Right? Where people in that area can actually go, put proper trainers there.
Exactly.
Train, this is something that he's personally, music, he's involved in music. So you know the right people to put at the right places.
Yeah.
And do you understand? So, and of course, people look up to him. A lot of people want to be, here we have performers every day. A lot of people want to
Just imagine.
So there's so much you could do as regards,
With that money.
with that money.
I'm still
So
hoping
if
that.
you had as an artist, you use it to teach your craft. What if he opened a studio up for up-and-coming
the
artists?
music academy.
Put microphones in there,
Yeah.
a free studio, and there's a waiting list for anyone who wants to come and record their music.
Or even do a talent show.
A talent,
Like,
talent
put out a
hunt.
talent show.
Do we think that he actually didn't think about all of this? I'm sorry, God, come on, please.
It's fine. It's possible
you know-
he did think about it.
Yeah,
It's
so
possible
perhaps
that
maybe I'm being Titi here, being the devil's advocate, where, maybe this is just a preliminary.
I'm an
to-
advocate for Jesus. Please,
I'll let you guys continue.
Yeah. So the thing is, at a point, you have to wonder whether it was. I can't call it clout chasing because he has the clout. Was it a publicity stunt? Was it about the crowd mentality? Was it about seeing people rushing for him and getting that visual of people happy and clamoring for him?
Yeah,
Now,
so-
people could have gotten hurt. It was in the middle of the road. Like there could have been a stampede.
Yeah.
You don't want to be mixed in something like that.
So as much as that, I also now decided to think about it the other way. It's a Christmas holiday period, and to be very honest, right? I know sometimes you go to some places, some events, and they're like, "Oh, don't spray money. Please just put it in an envelope and then give it to the couple or send transfer."
There is that.
There is a vibe that comes with spray money.
Ew.
I love to be spray me.
Wow,
Wait
you
for
like
me.
it?
I'll remind
To be
you-
honest, I'm just saying it's not.
want to remind you
Yes, it's not
that it
this
is
thing, but
illegal.
It's illegal, exactly. I'm just saying, right? It's just a vibe that comes with it. And of course, that whole coming out of a roof, and of course, that whole thing is just for people. There's news that Wizkid is stingy.
Oh.
What do you all of you mean by
That's what he's trying
So
to
there's that,
correct.
right? I don't think that's what he's trying
I've
to
never
correct.
heard that
Oh, so
before.
this is my
I've
take.
never heard that.
This is my
I've
take.
never heard
There's
that.
always a comparison between Davido and Wizkid.
But-
Davido is the one that's always giving people things, and
But Davido is the one that comes from a rich family. Please. Wizkid knows how he struggled to...
Does he?
Please.
So
Yes,
meaning
he
what, the money
struggled
was
to make
handed
his...
over to Davido?
No, I'm
Like,
just
you
saying...
give it away?
Look.
Now,
If you're a giver, you're a
ladies,
giver.
calm
That's
down,
what I
because you didn't get 1,000 naira doesn't mean.
No.
Well, here's my
If you're a
take on
giver, you're a
everything. Yeah?
giver.
Okay.
I would like to believe that Wizkid only just did that for the pictures, the visuals, the videos, the social media. What's it called? I would like to believe. I would like to believe that it wasn't 100 million that he was getting.
No, I don't think it's 100
Because if
million.
you give a 1,000 naira or even 10,000 naira to one person right now, that money is over before the end of the week.
Before the end of the
Before the end of the day.
Before the end of the
you
morning.
said, if he started an academy or a studio or something, I would like to think that perhaps maybe he might see this. Tell you what, do like the ladies have suggested, an academy that people can actually go to.
Yeah.
It will be named after you
Learn,
anyway.
yeah.
I know you also
Be a
spoke about the
legacy.
fact that he might need to get approval for these kinds of things, and maybe
Yeah.
that's what he can't,
So there's
Yo.
reports that he gave about 20 million to someone who hyped him last week. There's also a large amount of money being given to an orphanage. He's saying 100 million for the orphanage. Now my question about this orphanage.
Often, like, we know these things.
the management
The
of that
money never
orphanage,
reaches the people there. I
does
have been
it
to
actually get
Yeah.
to these kids?
I've been to several orphanages, right? And
Yeah.
it's the same narrative. You
Yeah.
go there, they're excited to have you. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you even leave, they're sending you your account number
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all of that. They tell you, oh, and they share it amongst themselves.
Themselves,
The
yeah,
people working
management.
there. So it's better. I don't know. I will always see it as a better thing to
Yeah.
put up a structure
Yeah.
that you literally have to. You organize the management
Yeah.
of it, not just
So
randomly.
an
just
orphanage
leave
is
it.
kind, it sounds great,
Yeah.
it fits the narrative, but does it truly make the impact he wants that 100 million naira to
But
make?
in summary, last is his money.
Abi,
And you can do with it whatever.
please,
you will.
if you're on the team of
That's
this,
all.
let's come and manage
Narf.
this money for you. Now. Let's help you with ideas. We have
Listen.
ideas here.
I just.
Whiskey, we're here.
We are here. At least come and do interview first. Let's see.
Thank you very much. Hey, tell you what, how about you tell us what you think? You can use the hashtag Wakeupnigeria on TVC, on X, where we're live right now. We're going to have all of this on YouTube eventually, so you guys can always rewatch whatever it is that we had for you. Remember to smash the notification button so you can get all that notification when it comes through. We'll be back. We got more.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us. It's about time we take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the dailies this morning. And today is Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. We have with us Winfrey in the building.
Hello. Why are you acting like I just walked in?
So, you know, you're always looking fresh and new every time I see you.
Thank you.
All right, so we have on the cover of the Daily Independent, this major headline. It says here, job losses put contributory pension scheme at risk as 475,230 job losers withdraw 208.86 billion naira worth of pension funds. Now, on that particular story, if you understand how the pension thing works, there are some ways that you can retrieve your funds if, for instance, you're out of a job for a certain number of months.
Yeah.
And, you know, the whole idea of the pension is for it to be a long-term arrangement. So it's sort of cut short, that arrangement. So, and that's a lot, 475,000 jobs. Goodness me. It says here, my resolve to keep Nigeria secured has not waned, Tinubu says here as he visits Maiduguri, grieves over Kaduna bomb victims. Nigeria dominates CAF 2023 awards. Osimhen ends country's 24-year wait for men's award. Oshoala makes history, wins record 6th title. There is, of course, quite a bit more on the cover of the Daily Independent. It says no bank failed integrity tests, according to CBN. It also says there's no plan for increase in tax rate. And that's what we have on the cover of the Daily Independent.
Okay, so now let's check what we have on the cover of The Guardian. And here for the major headline, we have the Yuletide there. Nigerians groan as basic needs exceed real income. We have more of that on page 6, and we have a chart right there that says Nigerians spend 61.08 trillion naira on food, other household items, services between January and June of 2023. We also have a chart there that actually shows food commodity. We have rice. I know that's also, I mean, we had a conversation yesterday briefly.
About it,
yeah, basket of fresh tomatoes, which are literally the things that people buy the most this period. And 50 kg bag of beans, the price is there. So for rice, we have 27,000. Tomatoes, 40,000 for the bag, for the basket. Was that, exactly. So now it's increased. So it's talking about the increase 122% for the rice, 150 for tomatoes, 127 for beans, 25% for a carton of noodles.
There's quite a lot of detail there.
Yeah,
a lot of information on the basics.
Yes, of course. So, and of course, we have at the top right there to the left, we have faces of our
winners.
The winners. Osimhen, Oshoala, Nadozie win as Nigeria sweeps CAF awards. Amazing, ladies and gentlemen, doing us proud. We have there on the strip, corruption elicits financial flow cost Nigeria over $88.6 billion yearly. We have the consideration of that on page 15. And of course, right below that, we have jail awaits those forging Akeredolu's signature, says Commissioner. We have that on page 7. To the right of that, we have Nigeria in darkness as national grid collapse. Again, we have that on page 3.
Now, that's actually affecting a lot of businesses, especially during this Christmas period. When you think about it, a lot of people are trying to buy food ahead of time and preserve it in freezers. Without electricity, you know, it just feels...
defeats the aim of it all. So I mean, we just could only hope that it gets better. A
lot of businesses are being run on generators now because, okay, so for instance, right now is when fashion designers and tailors are making clothes for Christmas. A lot of pressure.
It's even a hairstylist. I mean, they're also there. Their dryers have to be on, their tongs and so many things. So a lot of pressure on a lot of businesses right now with little power supply. That could be tough. That could be really tough.
We are, of course, following that story and we'll be giving you updates as soon as we get them. We're still on the covers of the dailies. Let's look at the Nigerian Tribune this Tuesday. Fubara walks tightrope as 27 Rivers Assembly members dump PDP for APC. Page 2 has more on that. We have photo stories there of the winners from the left, Victor Osimhen, and the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. We also have Asisat Oshoala and Chiamaka Nnadozie at the awards on Monday night in Morocco. And they do look really glamorous and they've made us proud.
Yes, they totally have.
We have other stories here. It says why there is zero allocation for Mambila Power Station, according to Power Minister. It also says here, Tinubu has shown commitment to transforming economy security, according to Police Affairs Minister. Lagos issues 7-day ultimatum to property owners in Banana Island and others. Page 26 has more on that. And there is quite a few other stories here. Top left, Naira redesign, insecurity forced farmers into bankruptcy, according to federal government. Senators' reps worry over deaths from hunger and famine. Now, that's what we have on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, so I don't know if there's time to take the Nation. For the major headline, we have cash flights persist in banks now. Do not panic, withdrawal, says, says CBN. We have the DMBs prioritize big customers in Naira rationing. That is another conversation on its own, right? And of course, a lot of people try to pull out money for them during this period and all of that. So to the left there, at the top, we have Tinubu governors to sign health pact with WHO. Looking forward to seeing what that is going to be like. We have that more on that on page 3. Right beside that, we have federal government raises review panel on 1.5 trillion road contract debts. Right beside that, we have 18 killed, 27 injured in crash. Senators lift Kaduna Arab bombing victims with 109 million naira. Olarinwaju Adepoju is dead. That's a sad one right there. And on the strip below there, we have NDLEA arrest groom, 25 others for drug at wedding party in Katsina. We have that at page 28.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, talking about that particular one, I know now there are a lot of events happening, and sometimes you actually go there and you actually
you're not
receive certain things happening there. You don't even know. Some of you might not even be aware.
But the truth is, if you see something like that and you're uncomfortable with the environment for any reason, best advice is to just leave.
Or call the official.
No, just don't be in the area. Not be in the area. Yeah, well, hey, to each their own at this point. A lot of celebration happening this holiday. Please take care to understand your environment and the environment your loved ones are going into.
Of course.
Okay, that's it for the covers of the dailies at this point. We will be looking at many more papers tomorrow. And, of course, you can check us out online with the hashtag Wakeupnigeria on TVC if you have any comments or contributions. At this point, we are heading into the kitchen.
Well, thank you very much, Titi. But I do wish that you were here because, you know, when Chef Belinda is here, you always have that thing you guys do. I don't know if you can set us off right, Titi. Can you launch us into chorus? All right, Titi?
Really?
How do you do it now?
Belinda, Belinda, Belinda.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too much.
That's an old song.
Yes, it is indeed an old song. And of course, we have Chef Belinda in here for today. As usual, she always comes prepared. And I can see that we have a very beautiful kitchen top here with everything that we need for today's meal. Chef Belinda, welcome.
Yes.
What are we having today?
Today we're having Chef Belinda special brown rice.
It's Chef Belinda special brown rice.
Yeah.
Not just special brown rice.
Chef Belinda's one.
Belinda's one.
Yeah.
Very unique. So you guys have to get that right. So I see we have all our ingredients, and they're all very simple stuff. However, there's something that I see here that's not something that I usually would have inside of my food because I'm not a big fan of it. We have stockfish.
Yes,
That's
stockfish,
yeah?
dried fish,
Okay.
chicken.
I know stockfish goes inside of village rice. I didn't know that it goes inside of brown rice.
That's why I say it's special.
Special.
It's
Okay.
Chef Belinda special.
Okay. Well, so I'm betting that it's going to really taste special then. So please make sure that you come through with that one. But it's all good. Also, I see some other proteins. Is that
Shrimps,
seafood? That's shrimps and of course
That's
boneless chicken.
chicken, yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's
Alrighty. So what makes it special, Chef Belinda? Apart from the fact that it's you.
You have already said it now. You see the combo. The combo alone is one.
there must be
Imagine
something
seeing
else.
brown rice, seeing vegetables, and you are seeing stockfish and that. Now seeing shrimps and chicken.
What's your take on brown rice?
The
Is it
combo.
healthier than regular rice? Why do people go for brown rice?
The side is healthier.
She's
She's
just all about the taste. She's like, it tastes good. It's my
all
thing.
about
It's
the
special.
taste.
That's what we're
Let's
gonna
cook
do.
it and roll with it.
So no wahala. So how do we get started? I see you already have some oil inside.
Yes,
the
I
pan,
have some
water
oil.
inside of.
There's water boiling here. The rice, this rice has been washed, and this water is salted, so it goes in. You know, I threw some cloves of garlic.
Yeah, she actually did do that from before. She put some cloves of garlic in there, and you didn't. She didn't cut. She just put the cloves in there.
Yes,
Why
I'll
did you
bring
do
them
that?
out later for flavor.
For flavor. Will you remove them?
I'll remove them. That's why I didn't cut them. You see, they are still there looking at you.
Oh.
So once the rice is cooked, I'll remove them.
So it gives it a special taste.
Yes,
It wouldn't be that
flavor.
overwhelming garlic taste that you get when you
No,
cut it.
no.
It's just gonna give it a hint.
Yes, the hint
That's
of
cool.
it. That's
And
it.
then what
So
next?
now you will choose the one you will do. You have to work while you're with me.
Hey, Belinda, you got nothing on me. Last week I was on fire here in the kitchen. They didn't tell you. I was so good. The chef was just sitting back. So what do you want me to do?
good.
Let's do it.
Now you choose. Either you chop vegetables or you pan fry this chicken. Which one?
I will chop vegetables. Let me
Okay.
quickly wash my hand in here, real
So you
quick.
come here and start
Okay.
with the carrots.
No, don't start.
I want to give you a hint.
Don't worry about this.
Just give me slant cut. That's
slant
it.
cuts.
Like
All right,
I should
all right.
show
Chef
you.
Belinda is putting me to work here. Slant cuts. Yeah, see how the whole knife. I don't really know how to hold a knife.
Just manage.
Unfortunately.
You will come out with something.
All right. So while I'm doing this, what would you be doing?
I will be frying the chicken. I want to pan fry this chicken.
Frying the chicken. So
It has been seasoned already.
simple stuff. It's
Marinated.
seasoned. I'm cutting very thin carrot slices. Yes, slant
Yes.
cuts. That's what we'll be doing.
Slant
Then
cut,
after that, what would we? After we fry the chicken and cut all the carrots,
We'll
what
pan
would-
fry these shrimps. We'll use the oil pan fry these shrimps.
we're frying the shrimp
Then
as well.
Yes. Then we'll cut all these vegetables. I'm cutting
Everything goes
Yes.
fried.
Yes.
Okay. We've got these two little decanters here. I know
Yes,
this is oil.
This
What
is
the other one?
pureed ginger and garlic.
Ginger and garlic.
Yes, I pureed it. So
Now, would that be going inside the rice or the sauce?
everything will come together today, as you are saying.
I'm
It will
asking
start with the sauce, yes, because I already threw some cloves.
Exactly, that's
so
what
we'll
I'm
use this for the sauce now. Afterwards, we'll mix the whole one.
Okay, it seems rather simple. I can finish this in
Yeah, it's simple.
30 minutes, 45 minutes.
It's simple.
45 minutes of
Yes.
cooking.
Yes,
I
once
guess you
your
can
rice
have it
is
for
cooked.
breakfast then. It's that simple.
Once your rice is cooked, you can just
Oh,
have it.
fantastic. Oh, good. Well, in any case, if
Your
you're
cuts
at
are
home,
fine, don't worry.
do remember to follow us through the entire process. If we miss out of any visually, we will let you know exactly what happened. But just try and keep it here, okay? At the end of the show, we always put it together and put it into a package on YouTube so you can find it there. So don't you worry, you wouldn't be missing out on absolutely anything.
These your cuts are fine. You are trying. You are doing well.
Say it again. Check out my little slant cuts of, it's this is how we do
But make
it.
it faster. We will not sleep here.
Hey,
Increase
this
your
is how we
speed.
do it.
Increase your
Hey.
speed.
Da-da-da.
I'm going to slice your hand.
Oh, let's take a break when I'm feeling this a bit too much. We'll be back.
Welcome back. Now, at this time of year, one thing we need to make sure we take care of is our health, overall well-being. And we are so in tune with our well-being right here on Wake Up Nigeria that we decided for health this month, we make sure you are feeling optimal. But how's your waist feeling this morning? Is there a little bit of stiffness, any pain, any aches, any strain? Maybe you've not been managing it the right way. On our health segment this morning, we're joined by Professor Adewale Badiriwa Sunday. Now, he's an alumni of International University Medicina Alternativa in Ceylon, Sri Lanka. Now, he got his Bachelor's of Medicine there, and he traveled the world to become one of the leading experts in medicine and acupuncture. Today, we are exploring waist pain.
Yeah.
You are welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Now, my colleague, Mary, had some interesting testimonies of what you were able to achieve in the conversation you had last week.
Yes.
But for those that didn't hear from you, let's just give a brief overview of how acupuncture works and how it impacts waist pain.
Well, acupuncture works in, let me say, they say it's miraculous. It has saving effect. A lot of people believe acupuncture is just to relieve pain, but it does more than that. Acupuncture has what we call immune-enhancing capability. When your immunity is low, acupuncture can revitalize it. Acupuncture is also good when we talk about motor recovery. In other words, when you are losing sensation in some part of the body, acupuncture can restore it, especially if the nerve is not damaged. You know, if nerve is damaged, it's irreversible. But if there is a blockade, acupuncture can fix that. Then acupuncture has what we call homeostatic effect. That is the ability of the body working parameters to function at equilibrium. Take, for example, if you are not breathing properly, you didn't have homeostasis. If your blood pressure is shooting up, you don't have homeostasis. I think there is going to be, maybe in my next topic here, we are going to really talk about hypertension. How can it be managed? So many things like that. Acupuncture also has the ability to be able to allow people to give birth without CS. If the baby is malpositioned, acupuncture has the capability to turn around the fetus in the womb. This sounds too incredible, but that is acupuncture for you.
So, obviously, once you've started talking about childbirth, one of the key issues during pregnancy is strain around the waist.
Sure.
And, of course, lower back.
Yeah.
So waist pain and lower back, what is the most common cause of this? And how can it be avoided?
Yeah, both of them are very common. Most of us in our day-to-day activities, we tend to abuse our back. Take, for example, in sitting position. Your sitting should be that you maintain this angle 90. Okay. But many of us, we sit like this.
Okay.
The Yoruba call them Shanu Dife Ijoko.
Wow.
In other words, spare the back and sit with your, spare the buttock and sit with your back. All this one will have effect on the back as time goes on.
So if you sit in a slouching manner.
Yes, you must sit properly. You must, when you are driving, your back must be well aligned.
Straight.
And when you sleep at night, your mattress should not be the sagging one. You know, because of the poverty in this land, where your mattress is sagging, you're supposed to change it. But people will turn it. And so when you do that, you'll be spending money buying pills every day, you know. And then postural defect, I've talked about that. Yeah. Then another one could be unresolved infection. When you're having an infection and you didn't take care of it properly, you could have waist pain.
Let's touch on this infection thing. Because a lot of people, we've discussed once in a while about, changing your mattress, even adjusting your chair in the office. But you say infection.
Yes.
How does an infection get to the waist?
When you have STD, for example, most of that region is located in the stomach area. And you know that the stomach is adjacent to the back. Okay. So it's going to affect the lumbar especially. Okay. You know, people will say it is lumbago. Yoruba will say it's jadi. You know, all those kind of things. So all these things, and then if you don't know the diagnosis, if you don't know the cause, then you start indulging in self-medication. You start taking all sorts of pills. And don't forget that these pills too, they have their very terrible side effects, especially NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory preparations. If you're having ulcer, you know you can't take it. But let's say you have ulcer and you're having waist pain, what are you going to do? Acupuncture. We fix it.
Acupuncture seems to be an interesting solution.
It is.
Now you have a model here.
Yes.
On the table.
Yeah.
And it has so many markings.
Yes.
May I turn this guy around?
Yes, you can.
So that you can. All right. So
yes.
from the back.
Yes.
Here, we can see
all
from
those
the back.
lines you see.
Those markings on the
Yes, all those lines you see are what we call meridians or channels.
Okay.
They are the energy pathways. Then you see some dots in there.
Yes.
Those are the acupuncture points.
Okay.
Those points work miraculously. Now, when we talk about waist pain, if you don't mind, if you go to waist pain directly, acupuncture has been one of the best therapy to manage waist pain. It is very fast. It doesn't have any side effect. It has instantaneous effect. But when you want to manage waist pain in acupuncture, you are going to use just 3 points. You know we have over 1,000 points there, but the acupuncturist knows the efficacy of all those points. There are over 1,000 of them. But when you want to manage waist pain, you are just going to use 3 of those points. Those 3, we have one at the back between L4 and L5.
Okay.
We have one at the popliteal crease. Popliteal crease is that hole behind your knee. When you stand up, you see one hole there.
Yeah.
At the center of it is popliteal crease. Then we have one at the lateral malleolus and the Achilles tendon. So those are the 3 points that are going to be used.
So a lot of, okay, so anytime I've seen videos about acupuncture, for some reason I've been seeing them in the same area you find health spas, maybe hot stone massage, and all sorts of therapies like this. And it tends to feel like a luxurious kind of therapy. Maybe because it's considered expensive.
It is not expensive.
So?
You know all these things you mentioned, they are part of complementary medicine.
Okay.
So that's what makes it unique. I will say without any apology to anyone that complementary medicine sometimes starts where Western medicine stops. Okay. And that is why we are preaching integration.
Okay.
We should integrate. For example, if you have been having waist pain, you've been to your doctor, he has given you pills to swallow, you've been to your physiotherapist, you are not achieving much. The next thing to do is to turn to acupuncture. Acupuncture has that finesse, and that is why it is being utilized by sportsmen. Remember, I worked with Super Eagles for so many years using these needles. They work incredibly. I was just talking about the waist pain. Chinese, in their wisdom, they've been able to link waist pain to low sexual drive. If your back is not good, you'll not be able to fulfill your role matrimonially. So those points that are located can also be used to treat sexual weaknesses, like loss of libido. And those points, like I said, we call them, in acupuncture, we call them 3, 40, 60. We call them cocktail point. 3, 40, 60. Where does the 3 comes in? In that 3 is located on, we call it do 3. The do 3 is located here at the center of the back. Okay. You know, at the center of the back here, which we call center of gravity. And the Chinese call this point Yao Yang Guan. Yao Yang Guan. That's what they call the point. Then the one on the popliteal fossa here is called Wei Song. It's on UB40. Then the one on between the Achilles tendon and the lateral malleolus is called Kunlun. That's what makes it 3, 40, 60.
So now there's someone watching here now who has just been introduced to acupuncture.
Yes.
I would like to touch this needle.
Please do.
Now. So I'm looking at these needles. Let me see if I can hold them steady, hold them still.
You can even cut it and bring it out.
I can bring it out?
Yeah.
So these needles have, they're not the average needle.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can open that.
Yes, you can open it.
Okay.
Good.
So this...
That is the needle holder.
This is a needle holder.
That's the needle.
And that's the needle.
Yes.
Let me put it in there now.
Yes.
Okay. So this is...
Let me demonstrate the use of the needle holders to you.
Okay,
where's the needle holder?
Oh. Sir?
The needle holder?
The needle holder is right there on your hand, sir.
Okay, this is the needle holder.
I'm not a big fan of needles.
Yes,
I'm going to say that.
Okay, I will not needle you. But I'm not going to needle you.
Yeah.
I just want to give an example. If you want to needle a patient, you are an amateur, you put the needle holder like this.
Yeah.
You allow the needle to, then you tap. When you tap, the needle goes in.
Okay.
But I wouldn't need to do that since I'm an expert on it. That is
So the fear of needles is a real thing.
But in acupuncture, the needles are painless.
Okay.
When you insert the needles, you don't feel any pain. That is if you are well trained like me. So when you insert the needles, you don't feel any pain. But you will feel sensations.
Sensations of relief.
Sensations of the fact that something is happening in your body.
Okay.
We call them subjective effect. The Chinese call it dachi. You will feel that something is happening in your body. It's different from when you take injection in the hospital. You know, when you take injection, you don't feel that in acupuncture. But you feel that some things are happening in your body. And then, miraculously, sometimes the symptom disappears. like I did there last week.
I honestly, and she gave us an interesting testimony, and I said, yes, we're going to have this conversation today.
Yes.
I've been able to see the needle myself, and it is tiny, it is bendy, it is light, it's nothing to fear at all. I am actually really impressed with myself that I'm even this close to a needle, because I'm not a big fan of needles.
That's right.
But I am interested in finding out more about it. Please ask your questions and contributions with the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC and all social media. Please ask your questions. We'll see what we can do. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you again next week. And Mazino, hope you haven't run too far away from these needles.
No, well, they'll tell you something about acupuncture. I don't like being pricked by anything. Injections are things that I run away from. Imagine having like 10 or 20 or maybe even 100 of those inside. Oh, yeah, I'll come to that. But as you can see, there's someone different inside of the studio here, or the kitchen here with us. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Umeche Oko in the house. You guys know her from a couple of short movies and also regular produced movies. There's Crazy Madame, there's Sister, there's the Crazy Wife, Crazy Housewife, or something like that. Yeah. Crazy. Well, it's good to have you here.
It's good to have you.
Welcome. I hope you don't mind being with us inside of the kitchen. This is Chef Belinda, who has been putting me to work.
Thank you.
So I'm glad that you're here, because you two, you walk small. Just a little. Do you cook?
Yes, I do.
How good are you? If you want to. But you're from Benue State?
Yes, I am.
Do you know any great Benue delicacies that you're good at cooking? Which one would it be?
This pounded yam and okoho soup.
What? Uwu?
Okoho.
Okoho. I don't know that one. Chef Belinda.
Yes, pounded yam and okoho soup, that's it.
What's inside of okoho soup? How do they make it? Well, Belinda?
She will tell us.
So what do you do with that?
It's a stick, actually. You have to soak the stick. You have to pound it to extract what you're going to use to make the soup.
Why would I want to eat a stick?
You
throw it at dogs.
But you can't pick ugu leaf and eat.
Well, I guess. Tell you what, Meche, we're going to have you through the entire process here for the kitchen. So, and of course, also we're going to have Meche on the couch so we can extract some very juicy information from out of her about her career and everything. Welcome inside of the Wake Up Nigeria set. It's good to see you. Your smile is so disarming. You almost made me forget that I was supposed to be working here.
Please.
Belinda has even left me.
I've left you.
She has left me to just continue. But not to worry, we'll all be working together. Just to let you guys know what we've been doing, we have fried our chicken. And we are now frying our shrimp. Our rice is still boiling, and Chef Belinda has taken over my duties of cutting. I was very slow, I'm sorry. So that's how far we've gone, not too far. We'll let you guys know exactly the details when we come back. We're going to start another hour very soon, and you're welcome to stay all through.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to having you on the couch so we can talk later.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back in just about a bit. Let's start another hour, shall we? Okay, so Meche, I didn't see you in that scene, but I guess we're getting to it. What was that movie about? What was that about, Meche?
It's a recent movie that just came out on YouTube. The name is Until You. It's doing really good. We have over 1 million views already. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody loves the movie. It's just about, everybody kept saying, oh, you're so natural. And the character literally was my everyday character. So it was just fun to play with.
Oh, that's nice. Must have been a very pleasant character then. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Titi, why are you dancing up and down?
I just love to dance. It's going to be raining.
Inside joke. Titi, it's okay. Don't worry. We'll let you go soon. Let's do the weather. We'll be back. And of course, you're welcome back. It's still inside the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Here's a very full one. Of course, we have Meche still with us, lovely lady. And of course, Winfrey, we're not letting her go. She has to work for the money while paying her the other samba.
Wow.
In any case, Chef Belinda doing all the hard work here. So far, we have a new pan on the fire with some oil in it. What happened to our... Okay, there it is. Our chicken and shrimp are well fried.
Yeah, the rice is cooked.
Rice is cooked. Vegetables well cut. Now I'm wondering what happens to the fish. You know? Are you a fish person, Amechi?
Yeah.
You're a fish person.
It's like seafood, right? So there's fish and there's seafood.
Yeah.
It's not the same
Wait.
in Lagos. You're just in Lagos.
It's not the same.
Director, this is why I didn't want her in here. But in any case, you lived in Jos.
Yes, I did.
I have a friend who lives in Abuja and has never seen the sea.
I see.
Yeah, nice. Nice comeback. I like that. You also, you're from Benue State, but you lived in Jos.
Yeah.
When was the first time you saw the sea? Was it when you came to Lagos in 2018? I don't know now. I'm asking. I'm trying to find out. Okay, I'm sorry, but what was it? When was it?
We still, like, even in Jos, it's not very big, but we have, like, there's a place called, like, a refuge
That's
resort.
a lake.
A lake,
It's
right?
not a lake.
lake.
It's a little bigger than a lake.
It's
It's not the sea.
It's not even far.
No, seriously. Imagine, no, think about it. Exactly. A lot of
But
not
like the
Bambi.
first time I saw a bitch was in Lagos.
Of
So you guys can have
course.
that one.
Oh.
That word,
Why are you not arguing? Why are you arguing? Why are you arguing?
You just wanted to tarnish my image. Well, you came to Lagos in 2018.
Yes.
You lived in Jos most of your life.
Yes.
I've tasted Jos food before. I've been to Jos once or twice. I plan to go there again in January, this time on tour. I love their food. But when you came to Lagos, did you experience any difference in the kind of food that you...
Culture shock.
Yeah, culture shock when it came to food.
Pepper. There was a lot of this pepper.
Okay.
And then there was a going. I'm probably murdering it, but I think I
You
got
got it right. You got it right.
Going.
You liked it, didn't you?
Yeah.
So how long have you been in Lagos for?
Like
2018.
5 years.
5 years. Okay, great. Yes. You're getting there. You're getting. So do you cook? Do you actually cook?
Yes, I do.
With those nails, how do you do it?
No, I do.
You want to show us something? Please, can you give her a knife? Let's show.
I thought I was supposed to be receiving princess.
It's princess.
We already have a princess.
No, but you're fool you. Princess, they do a lot of things.
She's our princess. You could be a queen for the day. Yes, indeed.
So what do you like to eat, though? What kind of food do you like to eat?
Funny enough, my favorite food is efforiro and pounded yam. Literally.
That's a very Yoruba
Very
I
Yoruba.
learned that in Lagos, right?
Yeah, Lagos.
Yeah.
I was in Lagos.
Cool.
This is interesting. I don't...
We talking still like, seafood pasta, something.
Yeah.
I don't want to form, and I like that. That's very original. That's grand. But can you make it, though?
Yes, no.
You can?
Yes.
You learned here?
Like you'll come back to
No, I did. Yeah, okay, I finalized the finishing touches. Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's grand. Let's find out. Chef Belinda, no, something just happened. What just happened?
Yeah, I just turned in the onions into the oil. We're trying to fry these things together. And
So that's our onions, and that's our garlic.
the garlic puree.
Garlic puree.
Ginger and garlic, actually.
But wouldn't it wouldn't give that overwhelming smell when we eat it, would it? The garlic smell.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. When you cook it, there's when you eat it raw, that's when you have that overwhelming.
Okay, so I noticed something, and correct me if I'm wrong. If you slice it very thinly into your food, you actually don't get the smell. But if you put it in close, or maybe just cut in half, the smell is overwhelming. So if you blend it like so, I'm assuming that you'd perhaps not have too much of that smell?
No,
Okay.
you don't have too much of the smell at all.
It's a flavor, Mazzino. It's not a
Yeah, exactly.
What were you gonna ask?
flavor. When
I
you
don't
put
know
it
why
in
he's
food,
scared
it's
of
a
ginger.
flavor.
It's like the same thing to me, that way.
It feels like the same thing. No, it's not.
Mazzino is...
No. This is true. This is scientifically
You get it.
proven.
You get. That's all. That's
Forget
all.
about it.
That's all we need.
But do you have any questions for what we're having? Oh, by the way, it's Chef Belinda's special brown rice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you well caught up? Are we keeping track with everything?
Yes, we are.
I actually really like to know, how often do you cook? You know, in Lagos, there are different type of, you know.
No, I
Buy food.
Jonathan,
Whenever-
receive delivery, ping.
No. Whenever
Pizza.
no, I actually there are some days though that you don't want to cook. You know that you be tired. That
Yes.
you order. Yes. But most
Like
of
when
the
you're on
times,
set.
if I'm not on set, on set there's usually buffet, except you don't like what they're giving to you on set.
Yeah.
Then you can order something on
Okay.
set. But if I'm not on set, then I'm home. But most times I'm on set, so I don't really cook as much. But whenever I'm at home, I'll cook what I want to eat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That island girl that has like one Okada guy on call. You know, the people that delivers all you people who live on the island. When you go to the eateries on the island, you see all these courier guys, or what do you call them? The dispatch guys.
Dispatch, yeah.
They're at every eatery, every restaurant.
They're
People
standing
don't go there
by.
to eat anymore.
Have you gone to an eatery on the island by 2 p.m.?
Exactly.
Oh, my
they just said,
Lord.
oh, by me doesn't.
They don't.
I cook in my house when I'm not on set. What did I say?
Nothing to be ashamed of, my chick.
Oh my God.
Don't worry. If I lived on the island myself, I'll do the same. But no, I choose to be a mainland boy, FTT till I die.
You still don't cook, Mazzino, so do
And I still don't cook. Let's take a break. When we get back, more Meche here inside of Wake Up Nigeria. Now let me resume my position as the sous chef. What do you want me to do now?
This way, please.
Thank you very much,
Take,
ma.
oh yeah.
So this the fish is going in now.
Put it in.
It has been pre-cooked anyway, so it's soft. So just add them so that it gets
Watch as I skillfully
Put the fish in the pot.
Put the fish.
Wow, oh my
Into.
God, such technique.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Skill.
Thank you very much.
Technique.
It was just that sweating.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is hard work. We'll be back. Let's take a break. Stay tuned. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Interesting facts there. Right now, we have a conversation. I have with me Aina Anita Olalekan, widely known and recognized as Giovanni. Interesting within the industry. Of course, presently he holds the esteemed position of Director of Operations at Ronic Music Incorporation, and of course, a distinguished establishment representing luminaries in the Afrobeat genre, including Oxlade, revered gospel minister Peter, and the fast-rising star Cody. Hi, Giovanni. How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, now, of course, I'm going to ask about the name because I don't know how we move from Anito to Giovanni. What's the make it make sense?
It's a nickname I picked up. You know, like obviously when I studied music, so in college we studied about some Renaissance composers, and one popular name there is Giovanni Palestrina. And then it was actually a pioneer, and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I like this name. I'm going to stick to it. And then, you know, I started to introduce myself as that. And, you know,
Giovanni.
your friends start to call you that, and then you move.
And you just caught on.
Yeah.
Amazing. So now you have a very interesting story, right? I think your story is kind of opposite of what normally happens. Some people get into music and leave what they normally like to do. But yours, you studied music in school, and then, so tell me about that experience. How did you find yourself studying music in school in that year, right? University of Lagos.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
For me, you know, I probably, my dad is a composer. So, you know, we've always been in...
Making sense.
Yeah, we've always been in the choir, and I used to play instruments right through, you know, high school and, you know, grade school and all of that. And then I was like, okay, what can I study that, you know, I would enjoy? Because, you know, Nigeria now, you pick something and then it doesn't always work out. So I was like, you know what, I need to do something I enjoy and something that I can actually cope with. So I picked music. And, you know, I got in and I found out that it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't like, you know, the music that it's outside. It's more of like, you know, classical music, compositions, and, you know, the theory of everything. And, you know, it wasn't African popular music as we call it in the educational side of music. But you say Afrobeats just randomly outside, but they call it African popular music.
Okay.
So, you know, I just felt like it was something I could relate to, so that's why I picked it.
All right, but initially you wanted to go into sports.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, how did that pan out, and what sports particularly?
Rugby.
Yeah.
You
look at your climate.
Yeah.
The environment in which you're wearing.
I mean, like, you know, for me, I love sports. My brother used to play football, so I used to sprint. So I was like, you know, I can't just be sprinting, because sprinting is like, you know, 10 seconds across, you know, the 100-meter dash.
Yeah.
Like, I need to do something that is like, you know, so I just like...
Had you ever played rugby before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I saw I saw a couple of guys training in school, and I was like, and I walked up to the coach and I was like, yo, I want to try out, sign me up. So that's how we got into the team.
That's how you got into the team?
Yeah, and I did try to further, you know, like try to play professionally, you know. It just didn't happen.
It just didn't happen. So now let's talk about music that actually did happen. Despite the fact that you were not so crazy about it, right? So now tell me, so not being crazy about music, but being in the field, how did you now pick off and start doing like notable stuff?
I used to be around producers. I used to live beside prominent Afrobeats producer OJB Jezreel.
Oh, okay.
He produced African Queen. So I used to go to his studio and just watch the likes of Wizkid, Two-Face, you know, Yemi Alade, The Band, Kenny's Music. Just come to the studio, and I was like, you know what? It sounds good, like, but I can't sing. Like, I can't sing. I tried to rap, but you know that didn't pan out well.
Can you try again?
No, definitely not. I tried to rap, it didn't pan out well, and I was like, you know what? Let me. My friend told me, and it was like, yo, I have this guy. He's a great singer, and I was like, and you know this person, you know that person. You know, we just needed that. And I was like, yeah. You know, I've spoken to a few people. You just do this and that. Yeah, but it's not. It's not easy, man.
It's not easy now. Okay, so now where did you find yourself succeeding? So you couldn't do it yourself, but is it that you found out the fact that you were good at spotting new artists?
I mean,
listening to new
yeah,
sound?
when, you know, the thing about music executives is we believe in the talent and, you know, we support them. So the talent comes up and says, oh, yo, I want to make it out of the hood, or I want to, you know, take my family out of this, or I want to become a star. And you're the first person that believes in that artist, aside their family members, depending. It's not always the family. But you believe in the artist and you take it and you say, you know what, I'm going to support you. Then you guys, you start going everywhere, taking your CDs to
different. So now, what are those qualities that you? So of course, not everybody like that walks up to you and say, "Oh, I want to be a music star." You actually, but what are those qualities that makes you believe in an artist? What are they?
Confidence, you know, humility, of course the talent.
Aha! Wait, I was waiting for I was waiting for you to get there.
Of course the talent itself, and you know, you just see that star, and you can just see it whether or not that person is actually made for it.
Yeah. So let's use a typical situation now. Let's do a Davido Whiskey type situation. So now there is a lot of bants in the industry about who has the talent and who has the character, right? So now what would you say in your case?
Both have talent.
Don't do that.
No,
let's analyze it as a
is
music executive. Just imagine Davido Whiskey 30 years ago. They came to meet you. They said, okay, you know what? I want to run up in this industry. Help me out. Who would you sign up? Give me a name.
If I was to pick with none.
Reasons, please.
Wiz doesn't have the best voice.
Okay. Wiz doesn't have the best voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, he's good. He can write. So, you know.
Does he write most of his songs now?
Yeah, I mean, you start off writing most of your songs. Everybody has that quality that makes them, you know, unique in a kind of way. You know, David is a good performer. He's confident, so you know he can stand in front of a crowd and, you know, tell them, this is what I want to do, and like, you know, be very confident. Because it comes off, if you look at him, it comes off as someone that was shy initially, but like, you know, the music brought that out. So he expresses himself through the music. And talent is relative, so I can't say everybody. It's like playing football. Like I might be good in, you know, showboating, and another person might just be a prolific striker.
So what do you think is this about Wizkid that puts him in a spot, that puts him in the lights?
Is unique.
How? In what way?
So Wiz comes to you as, you know, a star that everybody wants to be. So you just see that star in him. Like, you know, I'm a fan of all of them. I just pick the important parts of them, and you know, that's what I take from it. So.
I have a lot of questions to go, but we're short on time. But we have breakfast right in the kitchen. Okay. And we'll be heading there in a bit. Thank you so much for indulging me. Interesting. All right. We'll be going on a quick break, and when we come back, so much more happening here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Okay, I'm laughing already.
I like, of course, MC Lively. Always a very interesting person to see, whether on skits or movie. But the person next to him is the person we've got our focus on today, Omechi Oko, who has been with us inside of the kitchen, joins us here on the couch. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Grand to have you. Now, let's talk. Let's talk you.
She is one of the busiest young people I've met in a long time. I was going through, you know, her page, and I was just like, she's always on a new set, doing a new thing all the time. Where do you get this energy from?
They said, when I was growing up, they said, find what you like and make it your job, and then you have to work it in your life.
That's what I believe too.
So I have fun. When I go on set, it's not stressful. It's what I like doing. Like, when I'm at home for maybe 1 day or 2 days, I'm just like, God, I'm so bored. Work. Like,
I also heard you say that if you weren't in front of a camera, you'll be behind the camera.
Yes, I'd be behind the camera.
It's not about fame for you, is it? It's just what you enjoy.
Yes. I grew up in a large family. there's 11 of us, 9 children, then my mom and my dad.
What position
So-
do you fall there?
6.
The 6th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodness me. That's a lot of family meetings.
I wouldn't be in our WhatsApp group. Out.
Hey, our WhatsApp group is crazy.
Wait,
You know,
really?
It's crazy, yeah.
It's like,
There are fights, or if you
Fights.
carry somebody's clothes and you go out, or you take somebody's wig or something, or when our last one is looking for money for something.
It must be fun then.
It's like, okay, there's 8 of you in front of me, so I'm not supposed to be stressing. Like, it's always
Wow.
that's it does sound like a young family, however.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't compare it to ours.
Yeah, well, hey.
Ours is medicine money, that kind of stuff. So
We're thinking about we're thinking about different things.
Yeah.
But the thing is, also having that kind of family, was there any pressure for you to not be in the industry?
yeah.
Okay, my father is a disciplinarian. He's a do well in school and finish and follow, like, pursue a profession. Now, when I said, oh, Daddy, I want to ask you, who are going to go and do, it's not going to work in this family.
Wow.
But I had to go to my mother once, and we had to go and beg him and say, this is what she really likes doing. Just let her, just give her a chance, or whatever her and all that. So,
So now he's okay with it.
now now if I have to travel for a job or
My
something.
daughter is coming.
Yes, and which I saw you on TV. I'm so proud of you. So yeah,
that's
that was,
interesting.
yeah.
Let's talk about your inclusion into Nollywood. You came from Jos to Lagos.
Yes.
You talked about a very, very culture-shocking experience when you got here. The difference with how people treated you when you got to Lagos,
Yes.
especially inside of the industry. Tell us about that some more.
Okay, before the industry, culture shock in Lagos generally. When I was coming from Jos is a very peaceful place. Apart from before the crisis started, it was very peaceful. People are loving. If you go, and we have a lot of fresh vegetables. If you go to buy something from the market, they would literally give you the same amount as extra. So I come from where there's really good people.
Banter, yeah.
So when I came to Lagos, I was trying to go for an audition. I was like, oh, hi, I'm trying to. They shouted at me. When I came to Lagos, and the first time I came to Lagos, I was still entering bus, and I entered. Hey, that's why. See, I suffered. I know that I suffered in the hands of these people. I was like, oh, I'm going to drop here. I'll be dropping here. They will pass.
Sora's okay.
I be like, say, you know one drop, you know one go where they go. Shout, oh wow, oh wow. And I'm not shout, oh wow, oh wow. There's no talk now. We go where we go.
So how do you handle fame now? Do you think you can walk into a public transport system, and what do you think the reception
No,
would
I
be?
don't.
You don't do it anymore?
You don't do it anymore.
I
But
stopped.
what do you think it will be? Have you gotten any of those moments where people are like, that's Omechi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's
does it feel
weird
like?
because when people come and they say, "Oh, can we like take a selfie?"
Yeah.
Because there's this recent movie that came out like Until You, and it's doing really well. And so a lot of people like, "I watched it, I love you," blah blah. So they come to take pictures, and I'm just like, it's not just me.
Just
Why are you trying to
ordinary.
take picture for me? I'm not my friend. You're trying to take picture with me. Weird. Like,
But what do you think it is? What do you think it is that the producers, the directors have been seeing
I was
in
gonna ask
you?
that.
That they're always casting you, different types of platforms,
Yeah.
different movies, series, all sorts.
What's
Why
so
do you
special
think-
about you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably just really good at what I do.
Yeah, if you don't blow that horn, nobody else will. You better blow it, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think it has something to do with your youthfulness?
I play a lot, and I will start to. In this industry, you have to show respect. You have to show respect. You have to pay your dues. If you don't do it,
Yeah.
you're on your own. So I've had people like I've worked with, like Auntie Uduak, Coco, Blessing Nze, Stanley's wife, Onye Udeze. They have just held my hand. Like they worked with me just once. I'll go for audition, and then they found me from there. So from there, like, oh, we really like this girl. We like her vibe. We like her energy. They're like my mothers in the industry.
Wow, wow.
So anywhere there's job or anything, they're like, put my child. My child is really good at this.
Wow.
And so they'll call me.
So those are the good ones. But what about the bad experiences? Who would you definitely not work with? And you have to mention a name.
There's this director that threatened me.
Wow.
Because you know the usual industry thing, like they try to get with you.
Oh yeah, you want to give us a name there?
You want to give us, what exactly do you mean about the industry? What do you mean, the industry thing? How do you
When like you're starting out or like you want to get a job and they'll tell you you have to sleep with them or something.
this
It's
happened?
severally.
Do you want to tell us who it was?
Is there?
Yeah, I said.
I
I said. Do you want to tell us who it was?
No.
Any hints or anything? Was it for a series, a
Or a movie?
It was for a movie.
Okay.
It was for a movie.
So who else was in the movie?
because I didn't eventually do the job. I didn't.
But who else was in it?
Okay.
So I don't know the rest of the people in it.
Yeah, but the movie came out, didn't it? Did you see
I
the movie
didn't
after?
follow it up. Honestly, I didn't.
Oh,
I just blocked
the movie didn't
director.
make didn't.
I don't think he made any. I don't think it was anything serious. at
Trash
the end of
movie,
the
wasn't
day.
it?
Yeah, because it wasn't like a big time.
Have you met anybody
the
from
thing
inside
is-
the movie after and what the way they?
No, I'm like.
Did you meet anybody? Have you met anybody after the movie came out? And
Because I
what was
don't know
there?
the
How did they?
people
You
in
you
it.
didn't know the people.
Yeah, it was just. It was on their casting.
Yeah.
And that was it. So.
Okay, but
the
how did
process
how
after
did you
casting-
feel? How did you feel? Did it make you feel like you were supposed to stop at that point, or did it drive you to do more?
I was just determined to prove to that director that I would make it without compromising. I use it as a fuel. Like I was going to still make it without. Yeah, people. When I came to, I didn't know how the industry works because I didn't have anybody when I came to Lagos, just my family. And so I felt like, okay, is everybody sleeping before they make this thing? There are people that are not doing it. I've seen Auntie Funke, I've seen her make. So what is going on? So I was just determined to prove that I would do it.
The person's
without
track record must
compromising.
have been something that you looked at before you went for the audition. So
Yeah.
No, it was actually when I didn't know like anything about the industry when I came to
Okay,
Lagos.
you knew.
I was acting in Jos and I was doing really well. So I felt like if I come to Lagos,
It's just be like this.
they'll just much is not you. When I went for the show, nobody knew me, nothing. So I was like, I have to start afresh again.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know how to like familiarize myself with the
So,
industry.
in that same vein, thankfully, you've been blessed with some female mentors and all that.
Yeah.
But the truth is, a lot of the actors are, doing body enhancements and things like that. So now the issue for me is, yes, you have these female mentors, but if they then told you to, maybe work on your body or something like that, augment yourself, what would you say?
No.
You wouldn't?
It's in my body. Maybe it's because of this.
No, I have not.
I haven't really.
I like it. You want to show us more?
No,
I don't try.
Titi, would you not?
Why?
I'm here.
Wow.
I'm scared of the reactions.
I will remove my clothes.
No, girl, stop.
So you're good with how you are. But
Yeah, I'm very good with how I am. I don't want to touch anything.
okay.
No, nothing. I don't want to touch anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then there are a lot of actors that are going for it. It seems to be like a fad, like a norm.
Well, yes, people do it because they want to feel better about themselves.
True, yeah.
So yes.
Or get more roles.
I've had actors that will say, "If I had money, I would do it."
Yeah.
Like,
But
I
you have
would-
nothing against people who do it, do you?
No, like if it makes you feel good, then do it. As long as like the side effects and everything. If you can keep it up.
You're comfortable with what you look like, you're comfortable with your body.
Yeah.
That means that if you were required to go unclad in a movie, you would do it very confidently, wouldn't you?
Or have you already done
What do
it?
you mean? She
I
was
have
about to
not
answer.
done that.
You have?
No, I have not.
I would have searched that movie out. I would have so searched that movie out. But
I've not done it yet.
you have a very pleasant energy. It
Yeah.
is so youthful. I feel 5
Thank
years
you.
younger now.
Yeah, wow, Mazina.
Yeah, yeah.
I see the gray hair.
We're going to be dyeing that this weekend.
Belinda, yeah, Belinda. Oh, Belinda.
For a second there, I thought we were doing the Nas Boy Challenge.
Wow.
Belinda, thank you very much. We put something together again, very spectacular. It's Chef Belinda's special brown rice.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the delectable Omeche in here who's going to be giving us the taste test. She was a part of the process as well.
Yeah.
Even if all you did was look pretty and just look at the food. It's okay.
It's part of the process.
Yeah, it's part of the
It's all
process.
good. Chef Belinda, do tell her again why this is special.
Okay, it's special because brown rice are healthier and we have enough vegetables in this. It's actually a father rice, but you won't know because it has been.
Yes, sir.
Please have a taste.
Tell us what you think. Yeah. So delicate the way you handle that fork.
She just carried fork now.
I just saw that. I was like,
What happened?
Everything about her is special.
Titi, please carry the cup.
You like? Beautiful?
I love her.
Her hand.
There you go.
Chef Belinda, once again, thank you very much. I knew it was going to be a hit when we started, but of course, you needed that extra man energy in the studio, in the kitchen to make it extra spicy.
Energy. Wow.
And that's what we did.
You know what? You mentioned man energy, but there's a lot of women energy happening. We're planning for the sales
Yes, the
exhibition.
TVC
Yes,
Network
women's
Sales Exhibition happening on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of December. That's actually this coming weekend, right here. Of course, our president is putting all in, making sure it's going to be an exciting.
The president will be here?
Yes.
Yes, the
MM is the
here.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yes, the president will be here. So, of course, if you actually want to sell, you have things and products you want to put out there, you want to sell, come in here. It's very affordable rates. People will be here selling, buying, having a great time in the Yuletide season. So, yeah, why not?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chef Belinda. Thank you, Omeche.
Thank
Grand
you.
finally getting to meet you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
to you guys out there who stuck around since 7 a.m. We're going to do this again tomorrow for a Wednesday edition, all through the week. Make sure you stick with us all December, all 2024.
It's okay, my son. See you tomorrow, 7 a.m.
Bye.